starts with income. We all have heard the 3 6s: 6 figures, 6 feet, 6-pack.
Yep.
Okay, so high value in general starts. I put a number of $10,000 a month because that number, $100,000, has been with us since the 80s, 85 in particular. That's when it popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make it, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. And you need to make that money over a certain length of time. Guys, anybody can have a good year.
Yep.
Anybody, sure. Jeremy Lin had a couple of good games. He's not going to the Hall of Fame. 5 years is the target, but 3 years is when you're in striking distance, because that each one of these characteristics or criteria lends itself to other aspects of a man as well.
Mm-hmm.
Third, high value men must recognize you as their peer or potential peer.
Right.
This is why you see older guys who are up here befriending younger guys who has that look like they can do it. It's a club. It's a fraternity, because anybody will tell you once you start getting to certain levels of success, it starts to thin out a lot.
Yep.
4, it has to be what did I say? Visibility.
Mm-hmm.
Needs to be LinkedIn level. People have to be able to understand what you do. You're a cardiologist at Johns Hopkins. You're vice president of mergers and acquisitions at Morgan Stanley. I'm an entrepreneur. 2 of those 3 things, we at a glance know what it means. The third one requires more information. LinkedIn level, meaning that people, it needs to be visible to where people can kind of understand it. You have a Phantom, great, but if it's in the garage all the time, do you really have a Phantom? Does it really matter?
You have a dust collector.
Exactly. And the last 2 are, this is not an order of importance, but the last 2 are the most important. Network. You must have a network of other high value men and others. No one can have a network of sheer high value men. But let's say we were all 5 of us were going to sit down and do business. Let's say you had 50 million. Let's say you had 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, and he has 50. And each one of us has a Rolodex or a network of 250 high value contacts. We all sit down and we're going to make a venture. He has twice the money, he has no contacts. It is more likely that person is going to come and leech off of our network.
Okay.
That's true.
Yep.
And he's going to try to buy his way in. And I'm sorry, we have the money, but we know that our contacts took us a lot to gain, and you're going to guard your territory because having networks of contacts is immeasurable. And this is why networks are so important. See, I'll say there's no real high value loners because a lot of times guys will try to buy their way into it, but lack the social skills. Even if you put him in contact with your network, he likely just blow our connections because he doesn't have the people skills. And lastly, utility. You must be of use to others and the group.
Bam. Yeah.
If you're of no use, I want to be used.
Yeah.
You say, Kevin, when you gonna come down, such and so forth. Okay. What good is all this high value talk if you're not going to be useful to somebody?
Yeah.
It's just self-serving bullshit. Now, I don't expect anybody to be a martyr. You're going to get something out of it, but high value is a mindset more than anything else. But you have to have these other markers because whether we like it or not, the market decides.
Yes.
Yeah.
The market
Very
decides everything. The market decided that Phantom is worth more than this, it's worth more than that. The market decides all of our relative value, and what we can do is do what we can to increase or decrease it according to the outcomes we want. And I say this to a lot of guys: don't kill yourself if you're not high valued. That's not the only way to be successful.
Yeah.
There are plenty of ways to live a fulfilled life that doesn't require all the things that I'm talking about. So I think that's one thing that's kind of gotten lost in this thing.